How's it going, guys? My name is Plxton, and today we are back with another video. It's been a while since I did a video, so we're back into it. And today I've got the 3 World Trade Center. We have done 1 World Trade Center and 2 World Trade Center on my channel in the past. We did showcases and tutorials for them both. This is the first time I've actually built this building, so we're actually doing it together. I've done half the building, so to give you an idea of what it looks like, this is what it is. If you know the building, the first thing you'll notice is it's a bit wrong, but that's a technical. There's only supposed to be 4 cross brackets here, but we have 6. This is Minecraft, we can't get everything perfect. If it was to be 4, this would be the top of the building here, that would be lowered to about there, and that would be lowered to about there. So it wouldn't look as good as it does now. Well, that's my opinion anyway. First thing I want to say is I've used glass. This is because I'm on the PS4. But if you're on the computer and you have stained glass, or you want to use ice and you're on the Xbox or the PlayStation, go ahead and do it. It will look better. But I haven't built this building before, like I say. If I did, I would use blue stained glass or ice just because it looked nicer. But I do want to build this building when I go on to do my Let's Build a City series. But I'm waiting for the stained glass pack to come out first because we don't have any. So let's get into it. What you're going to need is a block of quartz, a quartz slab, quartz stairs, grey wall, orange wall, lime wall, and glass ice, or whatever stain colour you want to use. Quite a big building, obviously, but we should be okay to get it done in one episode, I think. And the first thing you're going to want to do is build yourself, with the orange wall, a 30 wide by 50 back rectangle. And you may as well pause the video now and do that. So 30 wide here and 50 back, and pause and come back when you've done that. Okay, so hopefully you've got that done, and what we're going to do now is just layer around that again with green wool. And if you paused it and you were looking at it, hopefully you've done that already. So that's nice and simple. Next, what you're going to want to do just to build on that is to come to one end of your rectangle, any you want, but this will be the front of your building, so choose wisely. Pick one end in the corner and come back 20 with your orange wool, and on the 20th block put a line across. Nice and simple. Once again, this isn't your first block, so if you have built this, as in say this is your street level and you're expecting to walk into the building like this, you're going to want to stop right now, pause the video, I should have said this, I'm sorry if you have, and drop that into the ground, because this is street level and we'd walk into the building here. So this should be engraved into the ground, and this is your starting block. So come back 20, like I say, and do that line there, and then at the front of that put a green wool line. And what this is the orange wool is where everything's basically going to go, and the green is just to show a kind of how the border is. So the building is actually, what, 32 wide and 52 back, maybe more, I'm not sure. But the idea of the square that you're working in is 30 by 50, and that's your foundation block. So if you're on a street or whatever, what you need to do now is come to one of your blocks, and I'm going to choose this corner. Like I say, I have done half the building. This is the first time I'm building it, so we just want to keep it nice and simple. We'll come to a corner, and we're going to lift this up by 8. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to do a gap, and that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A 5 gap here. And then we're going to lift this up again on the 6th block by 8. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And not the corners, but every other one on this front section is going to go 2 back. So providing you've done the corner, missed 5, done 8 again here. We're going to miss 5 again, so 5, and 8 again, 5, 8 again, 2 back, and then we're going to miss 4. The middle one is going to be 4. So these 2 blocks here is the middle of your building. Just be aware of that. So you've got this block here, 8 pillar, a 5 miss on the orange, 8 again, but 2 back this time, 5 again, 8, 2, and then you've got a 4 here. And then when you've done the 4, like say this is your middle, you're going to repeat this side on that side. So you'd end up with the 4 here, a 2 by 8, a 5, same again there, a 5, and then your final block there. Nice and simple. So what we're going to do now is not this one here, but this one here. We're going to come in 1, go up like that, 2, and then skip 1. So you're coming across, and then a 2. I think it's a 2. Yep. And then a 1, and then here a 2. So what you've got here is a back-facing bracket type thing. Just add a little bit of detail, and it's on the back block here. So what we need to do now is we'll come to this block here. You're gonna take this here and just drag it across, and do this all the way around this bit here. So this front section that you've built, just build this thing across the top, and then on the second block that you've got, so we're going to add one here, we're just going to pull it all the way across again, and then do this all the way across. So you should have a 2 thick block here, and this is quite simply just for your glazing. So you can see the glass goes here, and then we're going to build grey in a second. But if we come back to our start block here, and the top one, 8 block, we're going to get our stairs and build them the normal way up, so not upside down like that, but normal way up. And what you're going to do is you're going to drag this all the way around the green, so 8 blocks high all the way around the green, and this will just build a separator around your building. It's quite simple. So like I say, I'll build half it with you. So make sure you got to stick with your green line, and that's all the way around your building. Quite simple with that one. So pause and make sure you catch up with me, because I'm about to get to the next step. So hopefully you've done that now. If you paused, what you're going to do is come to your first block again here, but we're not going across at the front. Remember, this is our front here. We're going to go back this time, and we're going to miss 5. Okay, on the orange, miss 5. Place a cream block, well, quartz, whatever you call it, and just move back again. So we're going to do the same process as we did at the front, but on the sides here, and that's going to go up 8 again, and then we're just going to move it back again once. So we'll miss 5 one more time and do it the same. So what you should have done there is, that's your first block that you place down, hopefully, 5, and then a 1 and a 2, a 5 gap, and then 1, 2, up again to match your stairs that you placed. And you're going to do exactly the same as you did on the front of the building, and that is just to bring this back here. And don't get confused with what I've just done there, because what you've done up to is here right now. So I'm just going to get rid of this just to make sure you don't confuse you. And what you're going to do is you're going to have a 5 gap block, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there should be the green here. And that's nice and basic, that's what you should have. If you haven't, make sure you just quickly go back through the video just to make sure you've got it right. But that's the start bit, and what you can do is just add this going to the green here. So just to the green, and drag it over, and that will leave you with your basic starter block here. Nice and simple base. Obviously I'm trying to imagine what you've got at the same time as what I have, because right now I have a skyscraper in front of me, and you guys should just have this front bit and this side bit. But what you want to do is obviously copy this side over to that side if you haven't already, because it mirrors each other on both sides. We will lose that mirror image soon, but for now we've got it. What we're going to do now is grab our grey and just where this pillar is, we're going to place it here. And now you see what the stairs do. The stairs actually just, they're not there for any other reason than to divide the grey and the quartz. Because if you didn't have a divide, it wouldn't look very good, so we do need that dividing. And this is going to go up by 20, nice and simple. And you're going to come back to your other one here and 20 again, and do it on every single one so that you end up with these grey pillars sticking up from each one of your quartz pillars that you put down. So not on the far back one here, but on the front one. So if you get confused, just remove the stairs if you need to and place down the grey. Remember, 20 blocks high, and if you're building your floors, that will be 5 floors. Nice and simple there. What you can do is also stretch this across and do this all the way around the building. So we're back on the orange here. What we're doing is we've gone up to 20, and in between these, just fill them in. Quite simple, and pull it all the way around the orange of the building. And you can see what the green and orange lines are doing now. They are there just to keep the building simple for you. It keeps it simple for me as well when I'm doing the tutorial. So what we need to do now is, you can see here what I've done. We're going to miss this one and come here, and we're going to place an upside down stairs block there and raise that straight up to the top like that. So it gives you a kind of indent here, and it just adds a little bit of a feature. And like I say, I am building it straight off the Free World Trade Center building, so I am actually going off of something here. And your glazing on this, what you need to do is come from the grey here to the back of it and just place it one behind like this, and do that all the way up, nice and simple. Usually I don't do the glazing with you, but I am on this one just because it's nice and simple and it's effectively the same. So what you've done there is the front. Now we'll do the sides, but exactly the same once again. We just come back behind the stairs and lift it up by 20 to connect to your grey that's already there. Don't get confused with this corner block with the glazing. I'm just saying this in case you do. Nice and simple. What you've got is this corner with the glazing that goes all the way up to your 20th block. And just fill all these in for me so it saves us time later. You don't want to be pausing the video. Well, obviously you will be, just because I'm probably going through this a bit fast. I'm sorry if I do. I can't help it. It's just how I am. And I'll finish this one off with you guys, and I'll leave you to do the rest of these on your own now, because they are very simple to do. So right now what you've got is this forward section here, which is 20 blocks back and 30 blocks wide, and this is, I expect, a lobby kind of thing on the building, where people have to hand in their passes to get in and stuff. And now we're going to come up to the 20th block here, and pull out your quartz blocks and just fill it in. Nice and simple. This will be the 30 by 20 or whatever space you've got. So pulling it back all the way to the green line by the looks of things. I want to check that because I don't want to mess it up for you guys. I put them in earlier. Yeah, so if we go off this block here, we'll drop down, and that is the green line. So what you guys want to do is, with the area that you've just built, this entire area here, pull the roof back to the green line. And if you want, this can even be a little balcony thing. You can put a little restaurant on it. And what you'll need to do for that is obviously just put a little bit of glass panes or something around the grey, and then maybe put some carpet on top. It'll look great. You can put some chairs and tables out if you want some inspiration for that. Go through my videos. There are some rooftop restaurants on my buildings. There's quite a few actually. It's like the only thing I put on my buildings. And now what we need to do is what you should have actually. I'll just make sure we summarise with this bit. What you have is your 30 by 20 back, and then your rooftop back here. That's simple. Your glass here. So just ignore this entire section here. And if I do this, this is what you should have here. That doesn't work. Well, it kind of works. So hopefully you've got this. If you haven't, make sure you just freeze frame the video and copy off of what you can see right now. But make sure you've got these bits here with the upside down stairs because they're important, and also these. And if you are wondering what you need to do for the glazing down here, really simple. Just put it in front of the brackets because the overhang allows us to do this. This is also what the overhang does. What you can do here is just lower it so to like there, and if you want you can probably put in some upside down quartz stairs here and put in a door. Just that didn't work, like that. And you can put in a door maybe just there, so that will look good. Maybe, I don't know, we'll just do that quickly so it doesn't look ridiculous. I have to make this look perfect, otherwise it just looks stupid. So yeah, you can put in a door there maybe, or something like that. And obviously, like I say, just put the glazing for this entire section in front of, on the orange here, sorry. The orange would have been perfect to say. So the orange is your representative for the glazing on this. You've got a nice 2-floor lobby. Well, 1 floor in Britain, 2 floor in America. And that gives you a nice space. You've got the glazing for that bit. So what we can do now is actually move on to this backward section. Now this bit's a little more complicated, but same process once again. We might need a 2-part for this video. So what we're going to do here is, where we have the orange corner, what we need to do is put one here. Just actually, we can do this from the back because I have this nice and simple. So one here in the corner. Make sure you're at the back of the building now, or wherever you want to be, just so you can kind of keep up with it. And I'm doing this for the left side. I should actually express that, because if you're not on the left side here, you're gonna cock up. So be on the left side of your building right now. And what we're gonna do is just get one here. Now this is our first block, so we're gonna raise this up by 97. Nice and simple. I just caught that block there by accident. So 97 high on this bit. I'm not entirely sure where 97 stops because I'm doing this quite fast. But 97, and if you drop back down to the base, what I'm going to do is we're on the inside of our orange here. We're going to miss 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block, 97 once again. Like I say, it's just repetition with this bit. Nice and simple to do as well. So, quicker you get it done, the better. That's not 97. There we go. We'll just pretend that's 97 for now. And then come back to the bottom again, and you're going to miss 5 this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the 6th block, 97 once again. I can't build. And I was going to catch that block, so I stopped. So 97 once again, going all the way up, and this will give you the nice little pillars for your building. We'll come to this section in a second because it's a bit iffy. And what you can do now is, on this top section, just pull these across. So you've done what, two or three pillars. So on these 3 pillars, just pull a half slab across them all, and then drop down to the bottom again. It is actually just a simple process of repetition and mirroring again. So we have a 5 gap here. After a 5th gap on the 6th block, 9 to 7 again, 5 gap again, 9 to 7 up, and then the 4 that we had originally in this corner. On the 5th block, we put up another pillar to 97. Really simple. I don't know how to explain it any other way because it is just that simple. So I say once again, if you're halfway through building a pillar and you feel you need it again, so in the first corner here and that corner here, front and back of the building on the left side, we go on the inside of the orange, 97 up, above 97 above this layer here, so this will be layer 1, and then we miss a 4 on both sides, and on the 5th block 97, and then we miss 2 5, well 1 5 here and 1 5 here, and we end up with 97 again, and then in the middle we should have a 5 block. So our middle block is actually this block here, and this is the middle of the back section of the building. Nice and simple, like I say. And what you should have is your stairs going around the building. I shouldn't need to explain those, they should be there for you already. And what you can do is on the stairs just place quartz to the back of the building like this, and the reason for that will come in a second. But what you can do now is come up to your grey here. You can fill in all of this with glass. So if we do what we were doing earlier, we were on, what block were we on? We were on the orange. So here on the orange, just place the glass going across. And that's nice and basic. Hopefully you can follow that. And so we'd be here, and the thing that's allowing us to do this is obviously our quartz stairs. That is the outline for the building, and that's nice and simple. So do that to the back of the building. So what you should have right now is these pillars here going 9 to 7 high, and then just having a nice half slab top to them, and then obviously the front of your building. And this is the left side. I need to just keep telling you that because if you haven't built on the left side, this building will look daft and it won't fit in if you are building your World Trade Center Park. But what you can do now is come up to your grey, and this is where your quartz blocks are right now. What you're going to want to do is build across by 5 like this, and leave that as it is. So you're here right now. What you're going to want to do is just build 5 across on this section, and then come 1 back, and you should have your pillar, your first pillar here. And then with your first pillar, where it actually is, just build across with the 4. So to show you what I've done, what you're going to do is 4 here like that. Nice and simple. And then on the grey behind it, connect every single pillar up with quartz. And then what you need to do is build 4 high with your glass. So 1 floor. Well, 1 floor for me. If you have 5 block high floors, you want to change this to 5, and you probably should have done that at the start, but providing that you have 4 block high floors, this works perfectly. And what you're going to do now is actually come out 1, and you can go over these pillars, so it doesn't matter, and come out 1, and then build up all the way to the top of your 97 block high structure. So if we do it like I show you now, I'm going to go 97 blocks and then stop. So this is our 97 block, and we have the slabs here. And what you're going to do now is just build across once again with the slabs to double them up, and this will allow us, if you haven't already, to just build our glass and not go too high or too low, because that's what it's there for. And it also outlines the glass. Nice and simple. Once again, So what you should have is, if I stop building glass for a second, what you should have right now is your building should be starting to look a little bit like this. So you should have the front section, glass on the bottom on the orange layer, then you come back one for the glass on the grey layer, and then on this section here, 4 blocks high on these bits, so we're actually on the inside of the pillars here, and then on the 5th block we come to the outside of the pillars. And what that does is it separates this balcony from the actual building itself to make it a little bit more outlined. So we'll do that. That's simple. And we'll finish off part 1 of this video with this next stage here. So providing you've outlined it with 4, what you need to do now is come to the back of your building and the front, so the front corner and the back corner, and we're just going to drag these in 2s across the glass. So hopefully you have glass going all the way up. This will make it a lot easier. As you see, if I do this, I'm just going to quickly build some glass for you. You can see that I can just quickly place on the glass what I need to place, and it's a bit difficult to rush glass and then try and build it for you, but here we go. Yeah, that should be, oh wait, I missed one. So I quickly build this one here, I drop down, and what you have is on this 4th one, but on the 5th block here we do 2, and then a 2 again, a 2 again, and a 2 again, and then we come across to this side here, a 2, a 2, a 2, and a 2. And we do this all the way up the building until we get to our slabs here, and we end up with a 2 here, a 2 here, a 2 there obviously, and then a 2 connected into this one. And that should be on this side and on this side. So what you should have is behind glass just this type of bracket brace thing going up the building. No easy way to explain it, I don't think. And it's hidden by the glass, which is why you want a bluey coloured glass, because it just looks a lot better. You might want grey glass, to be honest, or black glass, whatever. I don't know what colour glass they have. But yeah, that's nice and basic. And that's gonna finish part 1 of the video off for us. So what you should have right now is this section here, hopefully built, and this section, well, not that bit there obviously, but these pillars here going up. So you should have 2, 3, 4, 5, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 pillars. I probably can't count and I've probably done it wrong. Yeah, 6 pillars going up to 97 blocks high with a doubled up slab on the top, and so 1 slab here and 1 slab here, and then on this slab glass, and then where the grey line is we go in 1, and then go up 4, and then on the 5th block we come out and pull that up, and yeah, that's what you should have. Obviously, like I said at the start of the video, I am trying to think of this the way that you have it right now. It's a little bit difficult to say because I have this entire thing right here, but on the next video I won't have most of that because we're going to do this bit here, and that will like nearly finish off the building. Then we have the other side to do. But thank you guys very much for watching part 1. I will see you in part 2 of the video where we continue to build the Freewill Trade Center, which was requested by a subscriber. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you in part 2.